a high-class project to woo SJB MPs, SJB spies on Hyde Park Mansion, a plan to take over SJB if Sajith loses, trio keeps a close watch on female MP, Godahewa's plight comes to light. Minutiae predicts how many more will come from the SJB. Sirikotha elephant makes a return. Man behind its disappearance gets an earful. Northeast to Ravi and Kurunagala to Tehran. A rain of theme songs. Rajitha shows his colours. Sajith's health sector meeting abandoned. 2,000 invited, but only 20 show up. Kavinda faces the music over the failure. Why is Ranil silent even as Sajith and AKD are busy with rallies? AKD explains how he can poll 7 million votes. Floating vote category make their decisions now.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
A high-class project to woo SJB MPs. Notwithstanding predictions by the critics, crossovers continue even after nominations for the presidential polls were handed in some days ago. Lakshman Fonseca went public with the closure of the SJB's saloon door, but President Ranil Wickremesinghe still seems game for those willing. He has entrusted the task this time to some associates of his in the calibre of Malik Samara Wickrama. According to social media, Marikar's recent claim about a class difference carries weight in this light. Their latest targets are some seniors who cannot make up their mind to call Sajith Sir. Also, some who hesitate to openly support Ranil have been given an option to carry on until Sajith loses and then to take over the SJB. One has even been promised the premiership. Anyway, the Hyde Park conspiracy theory takes root as well. With all these goings-on, Sajith's men did some serious thinking and investigating on how the crossover talks happen. They have pinpointed a certain location where talks took place and deals struck to lure SJB and Sri Lanka Muslim Congress MPs to the government. That is the penthouse of a luxury mansion at Hyde Park Corner in Colombo. Its owner has political connections and is a leading businessman who is notable as a gentleman in white. Sajith has been given the specifics, such as the MPs who attended the talks, what they discussed and even the foods and drinks they were served. A top government man met some opposition MPs at this penthouse last week. He was also met by a female parliamentarian who is known to be outspoken about ethical politics. The woman has vowed never to change parties, but she too was a participant at the secret talks. Sajith has told his confidential trio, Lucky, Marikar and Senasinghe, to keep a close watch on her. It is said the woman will soon switch to Ranil's side, with a decision already taken to step down from her seat before that. NPP's Vijitha Herath referred to all these jumping frogs when he addressed a party rally in Kiribath Goda on the 18th. Political discards are selling themselves cheaply these days. Nalaka Godahewa provoked racism and came first in Gampaha. Now he licks Sajith's boots without any shame. This is a very bad insult to the district's people. Some of them are with Ranil and others are with Sajith. Now, Thalitha Athukarale says she cannot take a side with her leader on one side and the deputy leader on the other, said Herath. In the meantime, Sajith is bringing new faces to the fore. The newest is an economic expert, Talal Rafi, who is better known in the English language media. Manusha, now a presidential advisor, told a youth event in Aluthgama 2 days ago that 4 or 5 SJB MPs would be taken to their side in a matter of days. So far, 14 SJB MPs have left. Within days, 4 or 5 others will follow them, he said. So rather than their programs on nation building, the focus of politicians and the media is on these crossovers. The SJB admits its corrupt MPs have accepted bar permits. One wonders what decision voters will take when the election comes nearer and the true face of that party's MPs come to light. Sirikotha elephant makes a return. The United National Party top rung is in a happy mood since their leader, Ranil, handed in nominations. It is at such a high that a gas cylinder has replaced the party logo in the UNP name board at Sirikotha. Within hours, insiders took pictures and shared them with the leader's aides. Infuriated after being informed about it, Ranil ordered a top man at the party headquarters to remove it. The Sirikotha top guy said that since it was raining, the logo would be removed once it stopped. Ranil, however, ordered to do it immediately and to send him a picture. So, Elephant is now back at Sirikotha. SLPP's Prasanna, Lanza and Kanchana are responsible for the on-ground part of Ranil's campaign. Ex-SJB members Harin and Manusha do the media and publicity work. Wajira and Ravi K are given the job of creating internal strife in the SJB. Further, coordinators have been appointed to the districts where Ranil thinks he looks unestablished. For the north and the east, it is Ravi K and Tiran is given Kurunagala. Still, his friends complain that his campaign is out of focus. But Harin claims only Ranil is in focus. Even a theme song saying so was launched at the inaugural rally in Anuradhapura.
අපි ෆෝකස් වෙමු. අපි දැන්වත් ෆෝකස් වෙමු.
It is the work of focus group of youths. Their choice of the singer is Irandi Madhushika, who also sang Api Siruven, that became popular during Aragalaya. But that is not Ranil's official campaign song. Done by Manusha, it will be unveiled within days. Wajira, too, has spent a big sum and introduced several songs, but none has become a hit. Many more are being planned. For its part, the NPP is doing its versions of songs in social media, together with the diaspora community. Sajith, Namal, and even Dilith are to launch their campaign songs as well. It's going to be a song contest of sorts, but that will not do. Without wooing the vote base on the ground, they will have to end up the losers. Rajitha shows his colours. Sajith's health sector meeting abandoned. Both Sajith and AKD are notable in organising public rallies. Ranil is said to be attending a selected few only. There's nothing so far after the Anuradhapura one. The next is due on the 22nd. The other candidates mostly conduct pocket meetings or press conferences and give voice cuts. Fonseca, who is contesting merely to oppose Sajith, is having a very bad time. His first rally had 10 people on stage and a crowd of only 5. The SJB MP, who now sits independently, is contesting as an independent candidate under the lantern symbol. In the meantime, Sajith's meeting due in Colombo on the 18th for health professionals was a total failure. Although around 2,000 were invited to the event at the Exhibition and Convention Centre, only 20 made an appearance 1.5 hours into the opening time of 9:01 a.m. So, it has been put off. Previously, Rajitha Senaratne organised the SJB's health sector meetings. He is now with Ranil. So, Kavinda Jayawardena was tasked with organising the meeting. With its failure, doubts about his loyalty to the party have increased. Sajith's inner circle believes that Ranil has instructed several SJB MPs to carry out acts of sabotage. As such, talk in the social media is that the SJB is full of untrustworthy characters, while those with talents break away from Sajith. Why is Ranil silent even as Sajith and AKD are busy with rallies? A few days ago, the Leader TV revealed a mud-throwing campaign against Anura Kumara Disanayake. Taking the lead are former JVP cadres. Also, Patali Champika and Dilith Jayawera have joined in from other camps. Certain TV and radio stations have become anti-AKD camps too. So, the NPP leader convened a media briefing yesterday and asked the people not to be misled by falsehoods and myths being spread against his party. The enemies have become worried after the MPP held very successful rallies in the south that drew huge crowds, he said.
දැන් සතුරා වේගයෙන් කලබල වෙලා තිබෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ඉතාමත් අසත්‍ය සමාජයේ කිසිසේත් පිළිගැනීමටවත් භාජනය නොවන අවලාද ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න පටන් ගන්න තියෙනවා. මම දැක්කා කුරුණෑගල සජබ වේදිකාවේදී එක മന്ത്രിවරයෙක් කියනවා අපි බලයට ආපුවාම ඇත්කඳ විහාරේ පෙරහැර නතර කරනවලු. මම මේ කවදාවත් මේවා කියන්න හිටපු අය නෙවෙයි මේවා. ඒ ප්‍රකාශ කරපු മന്ത്രിවරයා අපේ පස්සෙන් ආවා හරිද? 30-40 වතාවක් අපි ගන්නවද කියලා අහන්න. ඒ නිසා මේ ඉතාමත් බාල පන්නේ අවලාද වලට අවතීර්ණ වෙලා තිබෙනවා. අපි ජාතික ජන බලවේගයේ ආණ්ඩුවක් හදනවා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? අපිට ඡන්දෙ දුන්නු, අපිට ඡන්දෙ නොදුන්නු. මොන ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී අයිති. ඕන කෙනෙකුට තමන්ගේ කැමති දේශපාලන ව්‍යාපාරයකට වැඩ කරන්න ඡන්ද දීමේ අයිතිය තියෙනවා. හැබැයි අපි ආණ්ඩුවක් හැටියට ඒ සියලු දෙනාම රැක බලා ගැනීමේ අයිතිය තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා අපි අපේ සමාජිකයන් ඉල්ලන්නේ මේ රටට දෙනුම් දෙන්නේ. ජාතික ජන බලවේගයේ ජයග්‍රහණයෙන් පසුව කිසිදු ප්‍රතිවිරුද්ධ පාක්ෂිකයෙකුට අනෙක් පක්ෂවල ඡන්ද දීපු කෙනෙක් ක්‍රියාකාරීකුට නියතුඩික්ව සිද්ධ වෙන හානිය සිද්ධ වෙන්න ජාතික ජන බලවේගය ඉඩ දෙන්නේ නැහැ. වගකීම අපි බාර ගන්න ලෑස්ති.
AKD also boasted that he would poll more than 50% of the votes at the election, and that the figure could go as high as 70%. When a journalist asked as to how that could be possible, he explained it thus. 5 million out of the 6.9 million votes polled by Gotabaya Rajapaksa were not from traditional SLPP voters. Also, votes against Gota were among the 5.5 million votes received by Sajith. There are more than 8 million votes that do not belong to any party. Also, 1.2 million new votes get added. So that is possible, he said. AKD assured that his opponents would not be subjected to any harassment after his victory. By now, those belonging to the floating votes category are gradually making their decisions. Critics say those who trust in what President Ranil did in the past 2 years and expect him to deliver the remainder and fear another Bangladesh will vote for him. Those who expect things to fall at their feet will vote for Sajith. Others who believe both are the same will vote for AKD. Even others who worship Mahinda will vote for Namal. The list goes on like that. The final decision lies with the voters, and it will decide the future of all. That's it for today.
The Leader. දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම